Hello and welcome. My name is PapaSean. This is Medieval Dynasty, and you just gotten dropped off here at the beginning, and I'm going to walk you through your first 10 minutes in Medieval Dynasty. So first off, you're going to notice that you have a compass, and there's an exclamation mark. And as we all know, that means there's a quest up ahead. And if we look to the right, we can see starting a new life, talk to the Castellan. Hey look, there's a little, what is that, beaver-looking thing? Wolverine, maybe? Alright, so we're going to be following this road down towards that exclamation mark, and what you need to know is that you can hold down the shift key in order to allow for sprint, and then that will take away from your energy the green bar on the left of the circle there. The red would be your health, orange your food, and blue your water. And you might notice that that blue is dipping down as is the orange for the food. Moving fast is going to have that effect on you. Alright, so as you're moving through, you're going to get tired, it's going to start darkening the screen, and what you can do while you're waiting to get your stamina back is just push E on some sticks or pick up some rocks that you might find along the way. Once that stamina's back up, we can continue running down into the village. Everything that you see out in the village belongs to somebody, so don't take it. Otherwise you're stealing. As you can see, if you pick this up, if somebody sees you, you're stealing. Bad boy. If you come up to a door, you'll notice that there is no interaction with the door. That's because these are push doors. You just walk on through. Alright, so we're looking for the Castellan, and you can locate him by following that exclamation mark. Spacebar to jump, and he is on the run. Alright, Mr. Castellan, you can't get away from us.
Nice to meet you.
You're not the Castellan. Farewell.
Farewell.
Alright, so the Castellan must have made his way over here into the pavilion. Here we go, Enigast. You are the man we wanted to see. He needed an apple. Alright, put that apple away. So we're going to zip through his dialogue, and he's basically, you can just push 1 for everything. And that's going to grant you access to the valley where you can build and make a home. Alright, you can take resources that are in the area that are like sticks growing. That's fine. Alright, so we want to also get some stone. As you can see, it says on the quest that we need 10 sticks and some stones. So we're going to pick those up. We're on a hunt for stones, and we're going to make an axe. Alright, so far, everything's been pretty universal between survival games, right? But now we need to go into crafting to make that axe, but we can't get there by sea. I brings us into our inventory, that's standard. But to get into your crafting, you're actually going to want to push Q. Q brings up this crafting wheel, and in the bottom left you'll notice that there's a hand crafting, and we can make a stone axe. That's our quest, so that's what we're making, the stone axe. Kind of locks you down while you're making the craft. Can't do anything else. Alright, so we get a bunch more stones and sticks around the area, and you notice that I ran towards the river, right? We're near the river now. We are going to need to make a wooden hammer and cut down some trees. So why don't we go ahead and equip our axe with the R key. That R key will equip and unequip that item. You can also push I and move it around through your number keys. Right now it's on number 1, so that'll also work for bringing it up and putting it away. And we'll just walk up to the tree and then smack it down. Alright, tree is coming down, and if it hits you, no damage. Alright, no big deal. Alright, so now that we chopped it a few times, because you can't just push E on the tree itself, you got to chop it into logs. You'll notice that the logs will be made there. And then we can push the Q again to go back into our crafting wheel and make that stone hammer. Alright, again we're frozen in time as we move through that. And then if you come up to the stump, you'll notice that you can't interact with the stump unless you've got a shovel. So that stump's just going to be there in the way. Alright, so we need to do 4 more trees and also get straw. So we have to re-equip that axe here, smack down these trees, and you can get the percentage that you see as you're smacking these. You don't actually have to collect the resources for this quest, you just need to take down those trees. And you'll also notice we were by this river with these reeds. If you want to get straw, this is where you get straw from. You're going to collect reeds. So you just come out into here, these hot dog looking things, corn dogs on a stick. We're going to come through here and collect reeds. Alright. And we can make our way towards some more trees that are over that side as we collect these reeds. It's a 1 per grab, unfortunately, and we need 32 of them. Fortunately, there are many reeds down here by the water. And while it says reed, is actually putting straw in our inventory. And it looks like we're actually getting the cattails, but if you look closely, it's these little plants down here next to those. Okay. So if you wanted to target those a little bit better. Alright, so we got a new skill, survival. Just by picking things up, we're getting experience, and we're going to be able to allocate points in different areas that we want. But we'll cover that in a different video. This is just the first 10 minutes of your interaction here in Medieval Dynasty. Now that we've gone crazy with those reeds, we're going to go ahead and chop some trees just to get them knocked down. We don't really need the resources. If you fill up on logs really easy, and too much Valheim makes you want to dodge the trees as they're coming down, right? Probably a good practice anyway. Alright, so chopping down trees is tiring work. Now that we've got that down, it says build your first house. Well, we are right next to this town here. And so we probably don't want to build it immediately next to the town, but maybe we do. And so it's always nice to find an area with a good amount of flat ground that you can build on. But you probably want to be not too far, but not too close up on that town. There's a bridge here, and there looks to be another town across the water. So this area right over here may be pretty nice. And remember that if you chop down trees, you are still going to be needing to remove those stumps, and that's going to require a shovel. But look over here. We just went down a little ways, and this looks like a pretty good amount of flat ground. There's some clay deposits nearby, so we're going to not disturb the clay deposits. But maybe we come just over here, and now we're pretty close to clay, and we can make a little home. Alright, so this is where we're going to get started on building that home. We have the hammer, so if we want to look at our inventory and look at the hammer in the tools section, we can drag that over to number 2. So axe is 1, and the hammer is 2, and we can select the building mode by pushing the right mouse button, as you can see on the right hand side. And we have building, we have repair, and looks like destruction, and then canceling out, exiting out. So this is destroying whatever you made, and here's building. So if we wanted to build, let's go ahead and go into the craft key using Q. We're going to go into the building. We can do extraction, we can do houses, hunting, farming. What we're looking at right now is houses. So to build a simple house, we can go ahead and put down the frame. So why don't we stick it right here. Okay, and it's going to tell us what we need. We need 8 logs. So remember all those logs I told you we don't need them right now? Well, now we do. So let's go ahead and collect those logs. If you had too many on you, it would slow you down. That's why I kind of left them behind. But it's quick work just to get them knocked down. And while that one's falling, busy doing that, I'll go ahead and chop on the other one to save on time. And goodness gracious, that tree is wanting to just stand right up in the air. Let me jump at it. Ah! See if the physics... Did I push it over? Running, jumping at it. If your tree won't fall down. There you go. So we've got some logs. We gotta build that first house. And that other tree we knocked down is over here. You can notice that we're already pretty heavy on weight. So, there's the clay deposits. And yeah, so what's this over here? This is the foundation that we want to build for. Okay, so here is the foundation. We can go ahead and start left clicking to apply those logs. Pretty cool, huh? Puts that little flat square area, and we need one more log. Fortunately, we're not too far from it. Wacky whack. Take the logs, and then we'll go back up here and left click with the hammer, and you'll notice that you now need additional logs for the framing. Okay, so it's all coming together nicely, and we're right next to the trees. What a wonderful location, right, to get started. Okay, let's go ahead and chop this one down too while we wait. I wonder if we just smack this. Nope, it doesn't let you interact so much until it hits the ground. There we go. Logs everywhere. Very nice. So now we are pretty full on weight, so we're not going to pick up those logs we just chopped. We're going to run over here and apply them with our hammer, hitting that 2 key. Alright, so we need one more log. Here we are with the logs. Okay, these sticks are going to be good to have on hand as well, so it's always good to grab those. And once you've done this, here we are applying those sticks that we picked up. Once you've gotten your own house and you start building up, you need lots of sticks, right? Whoops, we're thirsty. We're about halfway on our water. Alright, we got a new building unlocked, a well. That's pretty cool. We're going to need more logs, but you'll notice that you can still apply the sticks by whacking away with your hammer, one at a time. And so we'll get logs next, but right now we're applying the sticks. Go ahead and swap out for that axe again. Just picking up sticks as we run through. You can just keep tapping that E key. Again, those doors are push doors, so all you have to do is run through them and they'll open up. It may have looked like I had a lot of sticks, but they are going fast. And look, we even have a window on this side of the wall. Okay, I need 2 more logs, and then we can get started on the ceiling, which is going to require some more. Make sure you pick up sticks or do something else while you're waiting for that tree to fall so you can maximize your time. Berries, berries. It's going to be good to have these. But if you look at them, they're on ripe berries. Oof. So this is not the season to actually collect those berries. Don't eat on ripe berries, ladies and gentlemen. Do not do it. Alright. Whack, whack. Alright, we got wattle. And you notice that we needed the straw, and it was for the roof. Alright, so we need about 5 or 6 logs, and that should complete out our first house. Ooh, look, stone. Gonna need those. Alright, let's get the next tree, which is right over here. Let's see, we're chopping these trees down fast. Gonna have to move further away to get more trees. Not too farther, but all the same. And once we get a shovel, we can clear some of the land. Alright, so let's look at some of the uphill, downhill rolls with the trees. Anything happen? Hiya! Alright, so they don't seem to like take off on you rolling down the hills there. Chase down the logs. And we are pretty heavy, can't sprint anymore as we make our way back towards the village. But you can see we got our house coming together quite nicely in the first 10 minutes or so here in Medieval Dynasty. That's how we hit the ground running. And if you wanted to, you can apply some of that stuff on the outside as well as the inside. And oh, almost there. Oh, we gotta go inside. Too short. Stubby legs. There we have it. Our house came equipped with a kettle, a cauldron here that we can cook with, and also a chest that we can store all our excess. So this is like the critical first few steps when you get into Medieval Dynasty to get you through the first night. And you can notice it came with beds as well. So this is really, really good to have, and you can hold down the E to sleep to make it into the next day. So once it gets dark and you have a hard time seeing, you run around with your torch, come on back to your house. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys as you get started in Medieval Dynasty in the first 10-12 minutes or so. If it helped, please like and subscribe. Helps me out greatly. Until next time, happy questing.